EA Sports FIFA 20 sponsors Saturday's Social.
The guests know the rules by now.
Yeah.
We've got 5 topics, a minute to debate each trend from the world of football on Twitter. What have you got for us first?
Yeah, trend number 1 is all about Newcastle United, who loved a late goal during the week, didn't they? Of course, coming back from 2-0 down against Everton to draw 2-2, and beating Chelsea in injury time 1-0 thanks to an Isaac Hayden goal. But it was the celebrations that got everybody talking online. Have a look at the right-hand side of your screen here, where Matt Ritchie kicks the corner flag. Fan in the region, very hard as well.
Unfortunate region is a good way to describe it.
And what you won't have seen there is the actual aftermath, where the fan is just in absolute bits, to be quite honest. Here he is. The celebrations. This one was posted by Greener Josh, and he's obviously in absolute agony. He was down for a good few minutes, and he would be too if a corner flag hit you with serious velocity. In the moment, shaking his head as well. Right, off the back of that, though, I thought it'd be interesting to find out what is the weirdest injury you guys have seen at the football. OK, 60 seconds on the clock, please. That is our first trend. Weirdest injury you've seen at football, Bayo?
I was at Gillingham. We came out. I'm not going to say the player's name. Came out for the warm-up.
Yeah.
You know, you normally do like circles, and he went to fly and tackle the balls, but the mannequin was there, so it was out. So as he flew in, the mannequin's stud bit has gone through his foot.
Oh!
Out, literally. So we're standing there thinking, what's going on? And we've come, and it's gone through his boot into his leg. Just come out. I don't want to say the person's name because we're still boys now, do you know what I'm saying? But
serious injury.
Weirdest injury, and he was out for like 7-8 weeks.
Wow. Kyle?
I just remember, I mean, I've never seen anything like that, but I remember being younger and reading something about Kieran Dyer in training. Wasn't he running in between the poles, working on his agility, and one of them hit him in the eye, and it meant that he injured himself. So he must have been going at some speed.
Chunkz?
Essential's injury. A pimple. He couldn't pull up his socks, so he couldn't play the Champions League game against.
Yeah, I remember that one. Marking intensity.
Darius Vassell told one on the football social as well about when he had a blister and he used a drill to get rid of it, which was a bit bizarre. I mean, but didn't we don't condone any of those.
Who's time to do that? Let's move on quickly. It's absolutely ridiculous. Trend number 2 is about the team Newcastle drew with Everton, who, as I said, threw away that 2-goal lead. They were 2-0 up in the 90th minute, and fans obviously started to go home when they were 2-0 up. This is a tweet from Johnny, who is a big Everton fan and was at the ground. He said, going home happy, finally, what a great game, an excellent 2-0 win. I even made the earlier train. Little did he know, 4 minutes later after he sent that tweet, they drew 2-2 because he left the ground early. So I want to know, Johnny, is leaving the ground before the final whistle ever acceptable? Johnny there, leaving at 2-0 and it finished 2-2.
60 seconds on the clock. Chunkz, what do you think for our second trend?
To be fair, I understand it, because, like, when you're leaving, like, bro, like, to get home, you know how long it takes. So, like, I remember when I go to, like, the Emirates, like, if I see a 0-0, like, 3-0 win, I try to leave for the 75th minute just so I can get home.
75th minute?
Yeah, bro. I'll be honest. I need to get home on time.
Chunkz is your fan. He's a Wickham fan. He's head to toe, full kit Wickham, and he leaves on the 70th minute, 75th minute.
Marcus Bean played for us, scored the winner in the last minute. He ran all the way down to see his parents. They had left. The only goal he scored.
Marcus Bean.
The only goal he scored that season. So I got
the only goal he scored?
The season. It was the best goal. It was the. I say never leave. I got to say never leave.
To be fair, though, Arsenal fans haven't seen 3-0 in a very long time.
They rely on their defence.
4 seconds left. I think that is officially Mike Kyle Walker there.
Think about it, man.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Let's move on
trend.
to trend number 3, which is about the England striking crisis, because over the past few weeks, they have been hit, haven't they? Harry Kane with that hamstring tendon out till around April. Rashford, fractured spine out till March. Vardy, glute injury. Tammy Abraham, sprained ankle. Everybody's getting injured. So the question I want to know is, are England's Euro 2020 hopes in total crisis?
Kyle, 60 seconds on the clock. Third trend.
No, Danny Ings. Come on, we've seen that video of him dancing. He's going to be dancing his way all the way to the Euros. No, in all seriousness, we've got Callum Hudson-Odoi as well. Hopefully Tammy will be back. Harry Kane should be back and fit. I've talked about Tammy Abraham so much, so I really hope that he is back, because I think he's such a special talent, and I think that he could be the one, if Harry Kane doesn't get back in time, that's going to help us get through and bring something home.
But have you had any of these injuries that Kane or Rashford has had?
I think Rashford's got a stress fracture.
Yes, and you've had one, haven't you? So how serious is that for him?
It's serious. The fracture, I had it on my shin. It's serious. He's back, his movement, it's serious. So that's a worry.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed he gets back. But I think it allows for different players. The way England play with, got Sancho, Sterling, it allows different players to play in different positions, but you want your top strikers, and fingers crossed Tammy Abraham, because I think he's a problem this season.
Yeah. Top player. OK, there we go. That is our 6 seconds on the clock. Next trend, Joe. Let's move straight on.
Yes, the next trend is about Erling Braut Haaland, who, of course, in his first game for Borussia Dortmund, scored a 23-minute hat-trick against Augsburg, and last night as well, he scored another 2 in 10 minutes against Cologne, 5 goals in 53 minutes, but it was that hat-trick moment that got everybody talking online, didn't it? Including Borussia Dortmund, who tweeted saying, in Dortmund for only 3 weeks, and this guy has already found a new girlfriend, of course, in reference to the fact that Haaland sleeps in bed with all his hat-trick match balls.
Wow, it must be uncomfortable.
Every single one. That's his sick for the season.
Wow.
So it must be a busy bed. Yeah. But I want to know, is Haaland going to be a future Ballon d'Or winner?
A busy bed. Right, OK. Have Dortmund signed a future Ballon d'Or winner? 60 seconds have started. Chunkz, thoughts on him?
You have to give the man the respect he deserves, bro. Like, every week he's just doing the crazy stuff. I remember when people were like, oh, he's coming against Liverpool. He won't score against them. He did. This guy looks incredible.
He's 19 years old.
But just know that he's going to leave Dortmund very soon.
You think?
Yeah, of course.
How long's very soon?
I'd say next season, gone.
Oh, next
really?
season?
That quick?
Oh, wow.
But yeah, watch. Maybe even the season after. Let's be realistic. But he's not going to stay in Dortmund. You can't be that good and then stay in Dortmund.
He's got 33 goals and 7 assists in January.
What is that?
What do you see in him, Bayo, from a striker to a striker?
I see he's a problem. But then again, look, has he got the potential? 100%. People are talking the same thing when Mbappe came on the scene. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but he seems like he's got all the tools to continue to go. And don't forget, twisted, Rashford was doing bits when he come on as well as a kid. So we've had some youngsters that's come through, and it's just Sancho as well that's blown up the scene. But he looks like he's got all the tools to continue to grow. So watch this space.
Oh,
perfect timing, Bayo. Right, look at that.
Unbelievable.
Right, on 1 second. 5th and final trend. What have you got for us?
Well, it's about Carlos Tevez this week, because he was linked with a shock move back to Manchester United due to that Marcus Rashford injury. He's obviously 35 and playing at Argentina at the moment. And I wouldn't exactly describe him as an Old Trafford fan favourite after moments like this.
Bellamy. It's a good ball in. Tevez with the flick. Oh, of all the people, he's gone and done it again. Carlos Tevez scores.
So that was Carlos Tevez joining Man United's rivals and celebrating in front of his own fans. Of course, let's not forget as well, they had the Welcome to Manchester banners out, didn't they? And it kind of got me thinking, what is the biggest betrayal in football history? Is it Carlos Tevez, potentially? OK, 60 seconds on the clock. 5th and final trend. Kyle, who are you saying? One
of the biggest ones I can remember growing up has got to be Sol Campbell. We know that how fans reacted to that. We know how... I think for him it made sense, but to football fans, once you've got somebody who plays for your club, for them to go to the direct rivals across the road from you, football fans weren't impressed with that one.
No. Bayo?
You know what? I'm split because I'm a football fan. I just feel that I get it. There's clubs that I've played for that are dear to me. But then I think once, that club no longer gives you a contract, you've got to go and feed your family somehow. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of split. So the biggest betrayal, what's that MK Dons guy who went from Wimbledon to MK Dons, fullback? He's got hair like you.
Lewington?
Lewington.
Yeah, Dean Lewington.
Good knowledge, Sniffy.
Great knowledge.
Thank you.
Him. That's what I'm saying. Him.
OK, right, OK. There we go.
There we have it.
In football. Good trends, that, Joe. Enjoyed that.